Welcome to my channel Pocket Change Coins, because, as you know, old is gold. Some of the rarest coins worth big money could be hiding in your hands right now. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and watch till the end. Let's dive in. First we dive deep into the world of one of America's most fascinating coins, the 2005 Kansas State Quarter. This is not just any quarter you might find in your pocket change. No, this particular coin holds secrets, surprises, and, believe it or not, the potential to be worth thousands of dollars. So grab your magnifying glass and get ready, because this is one video you do not want to miss. Let's start by understanding the beautiful history behind the Kansas Quarter. Issued in 2005 as part of the 50 State Quarters program by the United States Mint, this coin pays tribute to the Sunflower State with a stunning design that features a majestic American bison standing in a wide, open prairie, with a large blooming sunflower to its side. It's a design that not only reflects the rich heritage of Kansas, but also speaks to the strength, resilience, and natural beauty of the American heartland. That powerful imagery has made this coin instantly recognizable and cherished among collectors, even before we consider the remarkable errors that have made it a hot item in the numismatic world. But what really turns this coin from a common quarter into a collector's dream is something far more rare, a unique and mysterious minting error that has fascinated coin experts and hobbyists alike. We're talking about the infamous, "In God We Rust" error. Yes, you heard that right. On some 2005 Kansas quarters, due to grease or debris on the coin die during minting, the T in the word trust became faint or even completely invisible, leaving behind the eerie inscription, "In God We Rust." This striking error was unintentional, but it's exactly the kind of rare mishap that collectors go absolutely wild for. What makes this error so valuable isn't just that it's quirky, it's that it's relatively rare, hard to find in pristine condition, and often missed by the casual eye. These coins were minted in large numbers, yes, but only a tiny fraction exhibit this specific error. The mistake wasn't discovered right away, which means many of these error coins were unknowingly spent, lost, or damaged before their value was ever realized. That scarcity in high-quality condition is what fuels demand, and trust me, demand is high. Coin lovers from all over the country are hunting for these Kansas error quarters, hoping to strike gold in their spare change. So, how can you identify one of these rare beauties? First, check the obverse side of your 2005 Kansas quarter, and look closely at the phrase, "In God We Trust." If the T in trust appears faint, smeared, or missing entirely, bingo. You might be holding an error coin that's worth far more than 25 cents. Be sure to inspect the coin under good lighting and possibly with a magnifier. The most valuable specimens are those that show the error clearly, while also being in near mint or uncirculated condition. Even minor wear can affect a coin's value, so if you find one, handle it with care and store it properly. Collectors love coins with stories, and the "In God We Rust" Kansas quarter tells a story like no other. It's a story of imperfection, discovery, and unexpected value. And because it was discovered by everyday people, folks like you and me, it has a kind of grassroots mystique that makes it even more appealing. This isn't some museum piece locked behind glass, it's a real piece of modern minting history that could still be hiding in your pocket, your coin jar, or your old change drawer right now. In recent years, error coins like these have made major headlines in auctions and private sales. Collectors are increasingly willing to pay top dollar for rare, error-laden state quarters, especially those with strong visual appeal and well-preserved surfaces. Some of these Kansas, "In God We Rust" quarters have sold for hundreds or even thousands of dollars, depending on the condition, demand, and timing of the sale. And here's the best part, more and more collectors are entering the hobby every day, pushing values even higher as they compete for these scarce and desirable pieces. Now, for the moment you've all been waiting for, the jaw-dropping value of this incredible coin. Are you sitting down? Because if you happen to own one of these elusive 2005 Kansas quarters with the "In God We Rust" error in pristine, uncirculated condition, it could be worth up to $48,000, that's right, $48,000 for a single quarter that may be hiding in plain sight. That's the kind of discovery that changes lives and makes the thrill of coin collecting so endlessly exciting. It's the hidden gems like this one that keep the numismatic community buzzing, and collectors all over the world are eager to get their hands on these rare finds. Second rare coin, we're taking a deep dive into one of the most historically rich and surprisingly valuable coins from the United States Mint, the 2000 Virginia State Quarter. This isn't just any coin, it's a remarkable piece of American heritage with a twist of rarity that could turn your pocket change into a powerful payday. Make sure to watch until the very end, because the price tag on this coin in the right condition will absolutely amaze you. The 2000 Virginia Quarter is part of the legendary 50 State Quarters program, a series that captured the hearts of millions and became one of the most widely collected coin sets in American history. Virginia's design proudly commemorates the 400th anniversary of the founding of Jamestown in 1607, the first permanent English settlement in North America. The reverse of the coin features three iconic ships, Susan Constant, Godspeed, and Discovery, sailing boldly through the water, symbolizing the voyage that would change the course of American history forever. The detail, the history, and the symbolism in this design make it one of the most beautiful and meaningful coins in the entire series, but what takes this coin from historic to headline making is not just its design, it's the incredibly rare and valuable errors that have emerged over time. Yes, that's right. While millions of Virginia quarters were struck, only a small handful have been found with specific minting errors that send collectors into a frenzy. These aren't everyday dings or scratches. These are genuine, eye-catching errors that were made during the minting process and make the coin stand out instantly to trained eyes. That means your quarter could be 1 in a million without you even realizing it. One of the most talked about errors found on the 2000 Virginia Quarter is the dramatic off-center strike, where the design is noticeably shifted away from the coin center. This error occurs when the coin blank isn't properly aligned during the striking process, leading to a design that looks misprinted, giving it a stunning, off-balance appearance that collectors absolutely love. Another major error to watch for is a double die error, where parts of the design, especially the lettering or ship outlines, appear doubled or blurry when viewed up close. These doubled images are the result of misalignment between strikes and can turn a regular quarter into an ultra-rare gem almost instantly. There are also reports of coins with clad layer missing, revealing a copper core beneath. This creates a distinct two-tone look that's visually striking and incredibly rare. And in rare cases, coins have been struck on the wrong planchets entirely, such as dime planchets, resulting in undersized coins that are immediately recognizable and extremely valuable. Each of these errors dramatically boosts a coin's desirability and value in the collector market, making even a single coin with one of these flaws a true numismatic treasure. Now, how can you tell if you've got one of these error coins? First, get familiar with the standard design of the 2000 Virginia Quarter. Look for any lettering that appears doubled, any portions of the ship that look distorted, or unusual color changes that suggest a missing clad layer. Use a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe under bright lighting to examine the details carefully. If anything looks odd, off-centered, or doubled, it's time to get excited. Coins in mint state, meaning they have never been circulated and show no signs of wear, are especially valuable, but even circulated coins with dramatic errors can fetch enormous prices if they are rare enough. Collectors across the globe are constantly searching for these Virginia era quarters, and the demand is only growing as more people enter the hobby. Auction houses have seen fierce bidding wars over authenticated era coins, with some remarkable examples selling for staggering amounts of money. These aren't just coins, they are historical artifacts with unique flaws that make them one-of-a-kind collectibles. Because of their beauty, symbolism, and rarity, the 2000 Virginia State Quarters with mint errors have become highly sought after by seasoned numismatists and casual hobbyists alike. So what's the value of one of these elusive, error-filled Virginia quarters? Are you ready for the reveal? If you are lucky enough to own one of these rare coins, especially with a strong double die, a dramatic off-center strike, or a planchet error in uncirculated, mint state condition, you could be holding a coin worth up to $60,000, that's right, $60,000 for a single quarter. It's mind-blowing to think that a coin many people have passed over without a second glance could hold such incredible value. That's why it's so important to keep your eyes open, check your change, and never underestimate the power of a small coin to deliver big surprises. Third expensive coin, we're unlocking the incredible story of one of the most admired and potentially high-value coins ever produced in modern American coinage, the United States $quarter from the year 1999, representing the beautiful state of Connecticut. This isn't just a piece of spare change you pass over in your pocket. This coin is a masterpiece of design, history, and hidden potential that could be worth far more than you ever imagined. Stick with us, because by the end of this video, you might be racing to check your coin jar. The 1999 Connecticut quarter was one of the earliest coins released in the groundbreaking 50-state quarters program, which ran from 1999 to 2008. Connecticut was the fifth state honored in this series, and its design is one of the most elegant and detailed ever struck on a quarter. The reverse side features the legendary charter oak, a majestic and historic tree that stood as a symbol of freedom and resistance dating all the way back to the 1600s. This tree is not just a symbol of nature, it represents the fight for liberty, courage, and independence, all beautifully captured on a small piece of metal that carries enormous historical weight. But what truly transforms this Connecticut quarter from a lovely piece of history into a collector's dream is the astonishing and rare mint errors that have been discovered on a limited number of these coins. That's right, certain versions of the 1999 Connecticut quarter contain minting mistakes that make them incredibly unique and astronomically more valuable than their face value. These aren't just surface imperfections, we're talking about striking errors so visually distinct that they're instantly recognized and highly sought after in the coin collecting world. Among the most prized errors are off-center strikes, where the image and inscriptions on the coin are shifted away from the center, creating a dramatic and eye-catching visual effect. These kinds of errors are extremely rare, as strict quality control at the U.S. Mint usually catches them before the coins are released into circulation. But when they do slip through, they become treasures worth tracking down. Collectors absolutely love the uniqueness of these off-center designs because no two are exactly alike, making each one a true one-of-a-kind specimen. Another valuable error found on the 1999 Connecticut quarter is the double die error, where parts of the design, especially the tree's intricate branches or the words, Connecticut, and, the charter oak, appear doubled or shadowed when closely examined. This fascinating error occurs during the minting process when a coin is struck more than once with a slight misalignment, resulting in a beautiful doubling effect that immediately sets it apart from standard coins. These double die quarters are some of the most coveted finds in the numismatic world. In a few extremely rare cases, collectors have reported Connecticut quarters struck on the wrong planchet, meaning the coin was mistakenly struck on a blank intended for another denomination. These planchet errors are so rare that when they appear, they cause a major stir at auctions and among serious collectors, often commanding sky-high prices because of their scarcity and oddity. Imagine owning a quarter struck on a nickel or dime planchet. It's unusual, it's rare, and it's worth serious money. So how can you know if your 1999 Connecticut quarter is one of these rare, high-value treasures? First, examine the coin carefully under bright lighting. Use a magnifier to look closely at the tree, the lettering, and the coin's overall alignment. If you notice any doubling of the text or images, or if the design appears noticeably off-center, you may have something truly special. Also, pay attention to the coin's weight and diameter. Errors involving the wrong planchet will often result in coins that feel slightly different or sound different when dropped. Every detail counts when you're on the hunt for a rare coin. Collectors and dealers alike are constantly on the lookout for these rare Connecticut quarters, and the demand is only getting stronger. Recent auctions have proven that when one of these error coins appears in the marketplace, especially in uncirculated or mint state condition, it can trigger bidding wars and sky-high final prices. These coins don't just sit in someone's collection quietly, they make headlines, they break records, and they become the centerpiece of entire coin collections. They are the perfect combination of beauty, history, and rarity, all packed into one small but powerful piece of American craftsmanship. And now, for the moment you've been waiting for, just how much can one of these incredible 1999 Connecticut state quarters be worth? If your coin features one of these rare and dramatic mint errors, especially in pristine condition, you could be looking at a value as high as $90,000. Yes, you heard that correctly, $90,000 for a single quarter that might be hiding in your change or sitting quietly in your old collection. It's stories like these that remind us just how thrilling coin collecting can be, and why it's never too late to start looking closely at the coins we handle every day. Who knows? The next big discovery could be sitting in your pocket right now. Especially, we're heading straight to the Lone Star State for a look at one of the most iconic, eye-catching, and potentially extremely valuable coins ever released in the State Quarter series, the United States Quarter Dollar from the year 2004, honoring the great state of Texas. This is not just a 25-cent coin. This is a piece of American pride, minted with striking imagery and, in rare cases, hiding secrets that could make it worth an absolute fortune. Stay with us, because by the end of this video, you'll know why some Texas quarters have collectors ready to pay top dollar, and we mean that literally. Released in 2004, the Texas Quarter was the 28th coin issued in the 50-state quarters program, and it captures the bold spirit of Texas perfectly. The reverse side features the outline of the state with a single, prominent 5-pointed star, symbolizing Texas' nickname, the Lone Star State. Behind the star is a graceful lariat, or rope, curling around the design. It's a beautiful tribute to Texas' independent history, rugged frontier culture, and powerful legacy as a state that once stood as its own republic. With that bold star and commanding design, the Texas Quarter stands tall and proud, just like the state itself, but what really sets this coin apart isn't just its stunning design, it's the rare minting errors and variations that were produced in extremely limited numbers, making some of these coins worth far more than their face value. These errors occurred during the minting process, and although most were caught by quality control, a few slipped into circulation. These are the coins that collectors dream of finding. They're not just different, they're rare, valuable, and considered true treasures in the numismatic world. One of the most talked about errors on the 2004 Texas Quarter is the dramatic off-center strike, where the coin's design is noticeably misaligned. This kind of error is very rare and gives the coin a unique appearance that instantly draws attention. The star may be partially cut off, or the words, Texas, and 1845, may appear shifted dramatically. These coins are not only visually interesting but also highly prized because no two off-center strikes are ever exactly the same, making each one a unique collector's item. Another prized error is the double die variety, where parts of the design, especially the lettering or outlines of the state and star, appear doubled. This happens when the die strikes the coin more than once but slightly out of alignment. When viewed under magnification, the doubling is clearly visible and adds tremendous value to the coin. These errors are highly desirable because they are both easy to identify and extremely limited in number, and the Texas design makes them particularly striking. There have also been reports of planchet errors, where coins were mistakenly struck on blanks intended for other denominations, such as nickels or foreign coins. These errors are very rare but have made it into circulation and into collector hands. When authenticated, these kinds of wrong planchet strikes are treated as ultra-valuable anomalies, often fetching enormous prices at auctions and in private sales. The color, thickness, and weight of the coin can often give you a clue that something is different, so don't overlook the details. Now, if you're wondering how to spot one of these rare Texas quarters in your own collection, the good news is that you don't need expensive equipment, just a sharp eye, good lighting, and maybe a basic magnifier. Start by closely inspecting the lettering, especially the word Texas and the date 1845. Look for any unusual spacing, doubling, or uneven thickness in the letters or numbers. Examine the border of the coin for signs of off-center striking. And always take note of the overall feel, sound, and weight of the coin. Anything that seems unusual could be your first clue that you're holding something special. These rare Texas quarters have caught the attention of serious collectors all over the world, and demand for them is steadily increasing. Auction houses have reported fierce bidding on mint-error Texas quarters, especially those with off-center strikes and clear double die errors. These coins are no longer just circulating quietly, they are being displayed, traded, and fought over at top coin conventions and investment showcases. They've become high-priority targets for collectors building state quarter sets with rare variations, and their prices reflect just how hot the market has become. Now, here's what you've been waiting for, the value of this incredible coin. If you're lucky enough to own a 2004 Texas quarter that features a rare error like an off-center strike, double die, or planchet mistake, and your coin is in uncirculated or mint state condition, it could be worth as much as $99,000. Yes, that's right, $99,000 for one single quarter. That's the kind of money that transforms ordinary finds into life-changing moments. Imagine checking your change, flipping through an old collection, and suddenly realizing that tiny piece of metal in your hand is a five-figure treasure. This is what makes coin collecting so thrilling. Every coin has a story, and some stories come with a huge payday, so don't wait another minute. Go through your jars, check your coin rolls, and look closely at every 2004 Texas quarter you can find. If you think you've discovered an error coin, let us know in the comments below. We'd love to hear your story and help you get it properly identified and evaluated. And if you have questions about grading, selling, or authenticating your coins, drop those in the comments too. We're here to help you every step of the way. Next coin, we're heading to the wide-open skies and rugged plains of the American West to talk about one of the boldest and most captivating coins ever struck by the U.S. Mint, the 2007 Wyoming State Quarter. This coin isn't just a tribute to one of the most iconic states in America, it also holds the potential to be worth an incredible amount of money if you know exactly what to look for. So stay locked in, because what looks like an ordinary piece of pocket change might just be the key to an extraordinary discovery. The 2007 Wyoming Quarter was released as part of the wildly popular 50-state quarters program, which ran from 1999 to 2008. As the 44th coin in the series, Wyoming's design honors its rich heritage with a powerful and striking image, the silhouette of a cowboy on a bucking bronco. It's an unforgettable scene that captures the fearless spirit of the Wild West, rodeo culture, and the independent soul of Wyoming. Just beneath that powerful image is the state's nickname, the Equality State, celebrating Wyoming's historic leadership in granting women the right to vote. This coin is a perfect fusion of history, symbolism, and design, truly a standout in the state quarter collection. But what elevates the 2007 Wyoming Quarter from a beautiful coin to an unbelievably valuable one are the rare minting errors that have surfaced over the years. These errors didn't affect every coin, only a tiny fraction were impacted, and they slipped past quality control, ending up in circulation or collectors' hands completely by chance. These error coins have since become highly desirable in the numismatic world, and some have commanded impressive prices at auctions and in private sales. One of the most discussed errors with the Wyoming Quarter is the extra high die break, often referred to by collectors as a cud error. This is when part of the die used to strike the coin breaks away, resulting in a raised, blob-like area on the coin, usually around the rim or near the horse's legs. These cuds are unmistakable and vary in shape and size, making every coin with this error totally unique. Collectors go crazy for these kinds of anomalies, especially when they appear on such a symbolic design as the bucking bronco. Another notable error involves doubling, known as a double die error. On the Wyoming Quarter, this can appear in the text, especially in the word Wyoming or the year 2007. You'll see what looks like a shadow or second impression of the lettering. When spotted under magnification, it becomes clear that this is no ordinary coin. These double die errors are not only rare, they're also visually striking and instantly recognizable to experienced collectors. And let's not forget about off-center strikes, another type of error that turns heads and racks up value. Some Wyoming quarters were struck slightly off the mark, causing part of the design to be shifted or cut off. This gives the coin a dramatic look and ensures that no two off-center coins are exactly alike. The more off-center the design, while still keeping the date visible, the higher the value climbs. So, how can you tell if you have one of these highly sought-after Wyoming-era quarters? It all starts with careful inspection. Use a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe and good lighting. Examine the text for any signs of doubling or unusual spacing. Look closely at the cowboy and bronco for extra metal blobs or strange shapes, especially around the edges of the design. Feel the coin in your hand. Does anything about the surface texture or rim feel different? Every little clue counts, and these details are what separate an ordinary coin from a rare collector's treasure. collectors love the 2007 Wyoming quarter not just because of its design, but because of how rarely these specific minting errors appear. High-grade examples with these flaws are becoming more and more scarce, and the demand is growing fast. This means values are rising, and collectors are paying close attention to this coin. Auctions have shown us just how valuable these coins can be. Unique mint-error Wyoming quarters have brought in thousands of dollars, especially those authenticated by grading services like PCGS or NGC, and preserved in mint state. The market for state quarters with known errors is incredibly hot right now, and the Wyoming quarter is riding that wave with style. Whether you're a new collector or a seasoned pro, this is one of those coins that deserves a place on your radar. The excitement around these rare finds continues to build as more collectors recognize the opportunity sitting in old coin rolls, pocket change, and forgotten collections across the country. And now, for the big reveal, the number that will make every coin collector lean in a little closer. If you are lucky enough to find a 2007 Wyoming quarter with a dramatic error like a large cud, a bold double die, or a significant off-center strike, and your coin is in uncirculated or mint condition, it could be worth as much as $45,000. That's right, $45,000 for a single quarter that might be hiding in your change, your drawer, or an old coin album from years ago. That kind of money isn't just exciting, it's life-changing for some collectors. And it all comes down to being aware, being curious, and checking every coin you come across just a little more carefully than before. Last unique coin, where towering maple trees, revolutionary history, and natural beauty come together to form one of the most iconic state quarters ever minted, the 2001 United States quarter dollar from Vermont. This isn't just a coin, it's a snapshot of American heritage, and believe it or not, if you happen to have the right version of this coin in your hands, it could be worth an absolute fortune. Stick around, because we're about to uncover the hidden value and rare secrets behind the Vermont quarter, and by the end of this video, you'll know exactly why collectors across the country are scrambling to find it. Released as the 14th coin in the legendary 50-state quarters program, the Vermont quarter beautifully celebrates the state's rich cultural identity and deep-rooted connection to nature. The reverse of the coin features a serene winter scene, a pair of majestic maple trees, with sap buckets hanging on their trunks, and a man collecting syrup, set against the snowy backdrop of the Green Mountains. Above the scene is the proud inscription, "Freedom and Unity," Vermont's state motto, reminding us that individual liberty and community harmony can go hand in hand. This peaceful yet powerful design captures the true spirit of Vermont and makes this coin a favorite among collectors for its unique imagery and meaningful message. But what turns this artistic coin into a high-value collector's prize isn't just the design, it's the existence of rare and remarkable mint errors that only a handful of lucky collectors have discovered. That's right, some 2001 Vermont quarters were struck with minting mistakes so unusual and valuable that they've become some of the most talked-about coins in the numismatic world. These are not surface-level scuffs or wear marks, these are true anomalies created during the minting process, and they can boost the coin's value by thousands and thousands of dollars. One of the most valuable types of mint errors found on the Vermont quarter is the off-center strike. This error occurs when the blank coin isn't aligned properly within the press, causing the design to be struck off to one side. The result is a striking, dramatic shift that leaves part of the coin blank while pushing the image and text off balance. These kinds of errors are rare, and the more off-center the strike, while still keeping the date visible, the higher the coin's value climbs. Every off-center coin is unique, and collectors are willing to pay a premium for these one-of-a-kind pieces. Another incredibly desirable error is the double die, where part of the design appears to be doubled, especially in areas like the tree branches, the text, Vermont, or the date. This error happens when the die that strikes the coin shifts slightly between strikes, creating a shadow or doubling effect. When magnified, these doubled images are clearly visible, and because of the detail in the Vermont quarter's design, they can be truly stunning to look at. Collectors love this error not only for its rarity but also for the visual appeal it adds to the coin's artistic scene. Then there are the ultra-rare cases of wrong planchet errors. That's when a Vermont quarter is accidentally struck on a coin blank intended for another denomination, like a dime or a foreign coin. This results in a coin that's the wrong size, the wrong weight, or even the wrong color. These mistakes are so rare that they often become the highlight of major auctions, drawing huge attention and top-dollar bids from collectors who understand just how valuable and unusual they are. So how can you tell if your Vermont quarter has one of these rare and valuable errors? Start by examining your coin under bright lighting with a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe. Check the edges and borders carefully. If the design is off-center or cut off, that's your first clue. Look at the text and numbers for any signs of doubling. Pay close attention to the details in the trees and syrup buckets, where doubling is often easiest to spot. And if the coin feels thinner, lighter, or sounds different when tapped, it might have been struck on the wrong planchet. Every small detail matters, and identifying these signs early could be the difference between an ordinary coin and an extraordinary payday. Collectors everywhere are keeping a close eye on the Vermont quarter right now. With its striking design, historical relevance, and growing demand in the collector's market, error coins from this series are gaining in both popularity and value. Auction houses have reported record-breaking bids on authenticated error coins from the state quarters collection, with Vermont pieces standing out due to the beauty and detail in the design. The combination of artistry and anomaly makes this coin a top-tier target for serious collectors and coin investors alike. And now, the moment you've been waiting for, the true value of this hidden gem. If you are fortunate enough to own a 2001 Vermont quarter with a major minting error, such as a dramatic off-center strike, bold double die, or rare wrong planchet strike, and your coin is in mint state or uncirculated condition, its value could soar to an astonishing $75,000. Yes, you heard that right, $75,000 for one Vermont quarter. That's more than a coin, it's a windfall. It's the kind of discovery that turns a casual collector into a headline maker, and it all begins with taking a second look at the coins you already have. These rare treasures are still out there, hiding in old change jars, forgotten collections, and coin rolls just waiting to be opened, so now it's your turn. Go check your change, dig through those coin folders, and take a fresh look at every Vermont quarter you come across. If you think you found one with an unusual feature or possible error, leave us a comment below. We'd love to hear your story and help you learn more about your find. And if you're not sure what you've got, don't worry, we're here to guide you on how to get it graded and authenticated professionally. If this video sparked your curiosity and gave you new insights into the hidden value of coins, make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel for more amazing coin stories, and hit the bell icon so you never miss another incredible discovery. Thanks for watching, and as always, happy collecting, and good luck hunting for your next treasure.